put on their momager. She really is, and then some. And I would like to also introduce Grant Maniér, her amazing son.
If I would mind sharing my experiences raising a child on the spectrum. And first I want to say thank you and thank you for being here, because I know we all have very busy schedules. So I have 5 minutes before Charlie tells me time's up, and I'm going to read notes because I don't have the photographic memory Grant has. So I have my notes, but if I can make a difference, I don't mind sharing our story. So I'm going to set the stage. So it's 1995, Grant is born. But I'm not going to go back that far, okay? I'm married. I have 2 boys. Grant is the youngest. We live in Orlando, Florida, and we moved to Texas in 1997. Grant's 2 years old. Things are going just great, I thought. But something wasn't right. Grant was having a lot of up and down behaviors, and the family was falling apart. We didn't know what was going on. 3 years later, we're divorced. Grant is 5 now, going through all his behaviors, and he's undiagnosed. His older brother is rebelling. He's angry, he's embarrassed, he's mad, and he wants to move with his dad. So he does. And for me, being divorced, it was very challenging and difficult to find a job, because I didn't know what was going on with Grant. He's in school, but I have to go get him because the thunder's coming. And how do I explain that to my employer? Every day, just about. So it was challenging even to find a job. So that is how my life was turning. And we became the statistics of autism: the divorce, the angry sibling, in my case, job related. But it didn't break me. I was alone and I was vulnerable, but I kept marching on for Grant, for my boys. Now, what I've done for Grant isn't the answer for everyone. I just hope my speech has a message for someone. I thought I would address questions that were asked when Grant wasn't, before he was diagnosed. So he's 3 years old. I don't have a clue what's wrong, and he's displaying all these overwhelming anxiety attacks, as you were talking about. The first question: you know, Grant displays some unusual behaviors. Have you had him checked? I don't think you checked him. He had motor skills, he could talk, but yeah, there were some behaviors. But my answer was, oh no, he'll eventually outgrow that. But what I hesitated to say was, oh, he'll outgrow that, and then he'll have another one, another behavior to make up for that one. It was endless. Question 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 50, 100 questions about Grant. Why does he scream when he wears certain clothes? Why won't he wear his shoes all day? Why does the thunder bother him? Why does he repeat everything on TV? It's true. I didn't know anything about autism, but I knew everything about Thomas the Tank Engine. Everything. Finally, in 2001, Grant is 6, and we both received intervention. I got a job at a school for autism, so I got an education on autism. When I got that job, I'm jumping the track, but let me say it real quick. When I got that job, I thought autism was severe. I saw those kids that following week after I had my first week, and I saw those kids and I thought, this is Grant. High functioning autism. I should have known, because I knew what severe autism was like. So together we learned to live with autism, and we taught the people around us to learn the same. I always knew Grant was in there somewhere. He had a brilliant mind, and his art was communicating that to me, to all of us. Grant's amazing art abilities appeared very early on, and his ability to create eco-art masterpieces came about when he was in his early teens. His obsession for paper began as a quirky and annoying behavior. He would tear textbooks and other people's paper just to get the color he wanted. And you will see that over there. He loves his color. But it was his pure happiness is all I cared about. That motivated me to just keep going. He was young, so it was my job to nurture the talent. I couldn't afford art lessons, but I could go to the library and check out books. So, you find a way. From private school, he went to public school. By age 13, he left public school because he was bullied one too many times. And his beautiful art did fade away. His anxieties were just overwhelming him. He didn't want to do art, he just wanted to hide. In 2009, I homeschooled Grant. Thank goodness they had online school, because I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. Algebra, forget it. And in a peaceful, calm environment, the art came back to life. I started entering Grant art contests at school, in the rodeo, whatever contest fit his age group. And his first major win, like his first contest and his first major win, is the Rodeo Grand Championship. Yeah. 2 years straight. In 2011 to 2016, Grant is winning 90% of every contest we enter. Some had cash, some was just recognition. Then I knew we had something, and I was going to write about it. I just knew someday I'll write about it. In 2018, we officially launched, I don't have our book. In 2018, we officially launched our first children's book, Grant the Jigsaw Giraffe, Different is More. And I want to say the book is not about having autism. The book is about being different, and the book is about Grant's art. And we've sold thousands of books across the globe, thanks to the Barbara Bush Literacy Program as well. This is Grant's original piece. It's based on the true story of my son, Grant Maniér, as an artist, who is different and has challenges. But this story has a twist. He's a giraffe, and so am I. Mama Jules. Not Mama Jules. I'm Mama Jules, but I'll take Mama Jules anytime. With a lot of hard work and persistence, we created a financial path with his art career and our book as an author and illustrator. Grant's the illustrator. And we still have a ways to go. We're just like at the tip of getting this started. But we've crossed the point of halfway there. Oh, finally, we're halfway there. And just so you know, there's forms in the packets, right? We put the forms in the packets of our books and our website. So we have a series of books coming out called Grant the Jigsaw Giraffe and Friends. I've dedicated my life, thank you. I've dedicated my life to Grant and kids like him. For 22 years, I lived in the world of little children and teenagers. Now I am a parent transitioning into adulthood with my son. It's a whole new experience, and I feel like I'm starting from square one. Resources, housing, and support groups are limited for those who age out of high school. It's growing. It's better than had we done this 10, 15 years ago, thank goodness. But this time, I'm not alone. I'm not lost. I have armor and a team with resources to rely on, like my friend Darla. I tend to say, Grant came into my life to teach me patience. He taught me a lot of patience. But he also taught me how to be brave and how to create change. To get up, march on, raising awareness, acceptance, and inclusion for him and for everyone's lives who are touched by autism. A young, talented, award-winning artist living with autism has incorporated conservationism into his work. Reduce, reuse, and recycle is the foundation of his art. Grant's story is an example of how a complex disorder can expose and express potential hidden talents. With an autistic mind and a window of imagination, Grant creates stunning eco-art masterpieces using thousands of pieces of recycled paper and materials, and very, if not at all, no paint. Grant's own challenges have given him the tools to be the best he can be in art, in school, at work, and in public speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, my son, Grant Maniér.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to support the Knile Center. As you heard, my name is Grant Maniér. I'm 23 years old, and I have autism. But most important about me is that I am an eco-artist, author, illustrator, and an advocate for special needs talents. So my mom explained my life as a child, adolescent, and teenager. But now, I am an adult. And who I am today took a village to raise me. Mom did not do this alone, and she never intended on it. She was not going to hide, and she was not going to hide me either. We are breaking barriers together. Even though I am a successful artist, Mom knows and is open about the what ifs in life. What if the art world dies out? Or worse, what if something happens to her? She is preparing me for whatever life brings us. She only wants the best future for me. She exposed me over and over to situations and events that would help me self-regulate my autism, like public speaking. I wasn't born to do this. No, first I watched her over and over. Then we did it together, over and over. Then she would start doing less, and now I can do this alone. Yeah, thank goodness awareness has been created for acceptance and inclusion, to raise the awareness and shift the perception of how people stereotype those living with disabilities. I use my story, my art, and my ability to speak up and say, different is more. We are here to stay, and we are here to succeed. I want to be independent, but it's not a race. We will grow up, and some of us will move away from home. Nowadays, we are growing faster, growing up faster, because more resources are available to us. A year ago, I got a job. I worked part-time at Staples. I used my story and my art to raise money for individuals and families living with special needs. And so far, I've raised over $250,000 in the past 5 years for scholarships, equipment, therapy, and even for first responders.
That's a lot.
I want to help towards others. I want to help others. Let me try that again. I want to help others towards their dream of living an independent quality of life. I use my story. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that again. Today I am raising money and wrapping off one of my canvas art prints. So please, come stop by my table and come see my art. Thank you. And now, I have the pleasure to introduce to you my friend Tori Rash, who I have the honor of mentoring on our upcoming new book. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Tori Rash.
Welcome to Knile Center. My name is Tori Rash. I am 16 years old. I am proud to be a Knile Center alumni student. The goals I have achieved since then used to be unimaginable. I am the founder of nonprofit Tori's Charity Treats, a leader in our culinary and literacy arts initiative. Thank you, Grant Maniér and Julie Coy, for getting my story right, because you listened to me when we collaborated on our upcoming book, Tori Struggles to Read. I am the Little Red Panda. Just wait until you see that Little Red Panda find your talents. It's in pre-order. Before coming to Knile Center, I was embarrassed of what I thought I could not do. I struggled and was hiding who I was. Today, you may not see my invisible disabilities: autism, dyslexia, attention deficit, sensory processing issues, and so much more.
Okay, great.
When disabilities are invisible, that doesn't make them any less real. we are pressured to hide them. But by doing that, we hide our talents. Today, I do not feel that way so much because I have a network of people around me who could stand up if you were, please stand up if you're a part of helping me on my dreams. Thank you. Autism makes it hard to communicate. I know how it feels to be drowning and not have the right words. Today, I want you to see me as a trailblazer. The way I felt was not okay. Bullies reminded me I should hide what I couldn't do all the time by calling me stupid. Teachers even made me feel that way. I was the worst bully to myself because I believed what they said, and I told myself that too. Why can't I keep up? Why do I take so long? Why can't I read fast or very accurately? I used to believe stupid meant I was a bad kid, that I was lazy, that I was less. It's time to change that word in the world. Things can be stupid. Like that stupid door. I am not a saint, and neither are you. Actions may be stupid. By leaving a pot on the stove, but that's life. Even decisions can be stupid. We learn from our mistakes. Today, I know the word stupid or smart does not have anything to do with my abilities or talents. I learned to be the best I can be. Now, I read at my own pace. Because of technology, like Speechify, Learning Ally, Bookshare, and I have probably read more books than most of you. My biggest accomplishment is not being a top student in advanced classes, my awards in athletics, or even being Miss Teen South Texas. My biggest pride is seeing lives change because we don't hide anymore. I would like you to meet Jerome. He's a brilliant and amazing.
Hi. I'm very confused.
Yeah. He has struggles too. He knows that smart can be just as hard. I support Grant in telling the world that when we are different, we aren't less, we are more. Just watch out. See what we can do when we find our talents. Thank you.